Hello again. Right, so here we are looking at the Fifth Symphony First Movement Extracts, the 10 pieces version again. The first thing to point out is that it is going to feel fairly steady, because we've done a bit on this in the past, but this is fairly steady and the tempos don't change much, which might feel a little dull compared to the original, but it's just what we need for this kind of thing. It's ideal because we can actually make some sense of it, and it is a good discipline to be able to play accurately. A little under speed, maybe in the future we can speed it up a little bit. Anyway, for the time being, that means we will be in 2. It also means, as ever, I won't be able to really properly give the first bar. I'll just have to hang and try and catch it, and you will have to do the same. Which is an interesting one to have to do that on. After the first bar, we can all concentrate and count and make sure that that rest ba, 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 is absolutely in the right place, of course. But yes, there's no magic solution. Little things to watch out for. Basically do what the music says. At F, obviously the da 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 moves through the band. You listen to the recording, you'll hear trumpet and oboes play da 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 in the second bar of F. Horns, tenor horns, maybe saxophones play in the third of F, da 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 da. Then it moves to brass and strings. So have courage, play where you believe it to be, but it should should move through the band. So you just have to pick your place to do that. At G, chum chum cha da. At G, which is 106. When we get to 107, nice heavy staccatos. Dum dum dee dum dum dum. Give them a bit of length and weight. Dee da dee da. Nice and heavy there, please, but not appreciably any slower, as mentioned. When we get to I, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth bar of I, which is 149, very important, quaver rest. Come off the long note a tiny bit sooner if it helps. That is a rest across the whole orchestra. Da, 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 da. Somewhat like we were earlier. Just particularly watch out for that one, please. There's a pianissimo a few bars later as well. Please observe. When we get towards the end, 164 and so on, full length crotchets. Da, off, 1, da, 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 off, 1, da, 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 dee, da, dee. Put a bit of emphasis, dee, dee, da, dee, that kind of thing, rather than do, do, do. But do make them full length crotchets, including the last 3 bars. D, off, da, off, da, off. And then, in theory, if we were all in the same room, it would all sound the same. The very beginning, though, could be an interesting one. It might take me a couple of takes to do something that's not too daft. I shall now give it a go. See you in a moment. Hello, welcome to Play Along a Beethoven 5. BBC 10 pieces version, first movement. I've explained what's going on, nothing particularly weird, just the very beginning might be interesting. I'm going to try if I can sneakily give a bar in, start the recording and give my one and make it synchronise. We shall see how many takes this takes me, but that's what I'm going to try and do. So I'll attempt to go 1, 2, 1, da, 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 and hopefully I will just about catch it in the right enough place for it to be of use. After that, off we go, and I'll see you at the end. So here we are, ready to play. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, off, and 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Flute, clarinets now. Oboe, flutes, 1, 2, with violins of course. Everyone, and 1, 2, 1, off, off. Holding on, upper wind. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Seconds, violas, cello, bass. B. Accents D, da, da, D, da, da. 1, 2, C. Da, da, da. Ba, ba, ba. 2, 1 is D. In a minute, D here. 2, 1, 2. Slightly held. Coming up to E, here, E. First, F. Trumpet, horns. Everyone, 1. Everyone, G. Heavy, heavy. Wind. Strings. Strings, wind, strings, wind, strings. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Coming up to I. Ba, 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 ba. 2, off. 1, 2, off. Violas. First. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and everyone. Ba, 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 ba. Off. 1. Ba, ba, ba. Ooh, that's a tricky one to catch. Well, I hope we managed to catch some of that. Bye for now.